It's cold as fuck, so I'm gonna be quick, bro. Imagine if you meet Elon Musk in person and he would give you just one advice from past 2024. 1 year of experience from Elon Musk. Now, I'm not comparing myself to Elon, but I've made almost 100 videos in 1 year. And I've learned a lot of things about productivity, bro. I've learned a lot. How to not do shit, how to do shit correctly, how to do it combining with other shit in your life. But I'm gonna compress it into one huge advice. And there's nothing related to procrastination or do more things or anything like that. I'm gonna start with a little story. Imagine you want to summit Everest, 8850 meters. What would you need to climb it? Like, what would matter the most? You can tell me that it's training. You can tell me that it's learning technical parts, like buying gear or visualizing it, using law of attraction or hiring a good guide. None of that fucking matters. If you don't go hiking and practicing with real mountains, it doesn't matter. If you train like the strongest athlete in this world, you can be training like David Goggins, you can be doing miles and miles of runnings, but does it fucking matter if you just don't hike? Like, that's the most important shit. Like, I'm a YouTuber. If I'm not making videos, I'm just washed, I'm cooked. I'm gonna be eating in a competition with other guys. Nothing will beat practice. And I'm not talking about taking action. There's a different lesson. There's no winner in this game. The only alleged winner is the one who stayed the longest, is the one who was rowing with others, but still kept going. You know, this advice is obvious. You've heard it so many times, but let me tell you one thing. You're not following it. Give yourself one, like, force majeure, give yourself one bad situation. You're just gonna quit. You just ain't taking that. Take it seriously, bro. Like, you know the niche is right. You know this business model works. Creating content is basically like the most ROI thing, the most return on investment thing you can ever imagine. Like, there is nothing better. By making 100 videos, I realized that, you know, I could be the worst storyteller in this world. But give me 1 more year. I'm gonna outcompete everyone that, you know, is better naturally, that is better genetically, or that are native speakers just because of practice. I don't need nothing more. What's the biggest company right now? Apple, right? Apple or something like that. It was Amazon 5 years ago. It was Walmart 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Will it matter in the next 10 years? Does this competition even matter? Because if 30 years from now, Apple would be washed, would be cooked, the beef doesn't even make sense. The race for going for first place. Any company could be there, like Tesla, like X, SpaceX, like Nokia could make something revolutionary. Would you remember Nokia right now? Would you remember Motorola right now? They didn't go bankrupt, but you just don't know them. They had fame. They had #1 for years. They've been in charts, but no one cares about them right now. It's the same fucking shit with some YouTuber that was popping off. But that's the one-time success matter if you just didn't last. And you know, you're at the point when you need to stay, when you just need to go through that weird phase when you're not that skilled, you don't talk that good to persuade people to buy your product, but you're on the way, you're coming. Like, imagine you're a miner, and not the miner you're thinking about, but you're in a cave finding gold. And imagine you're digging for 4 or 5 weeks. Like, you've headed to Colorado from one state to another. Imagine you've been getting there for 2 weeks, and you're there just to get gold. And you've been digging for 5 weeks already. You don't see nothing. You start to think that it's meaningless. Like, there's no goal here. You start to doubt this shit. You've been told that this mine, like this cave, has so much gold. If you just dig for 2 weeks, you're gonna get it. But you're considering all those things. You can dig that hole for additional week, but you decide to just give up. Fucking gold, not only gold, but diamonds. Kilograms of diamonds could be laying just 1 dig from you, just 1 meter. You don't realize that because you quit. The winner would be the one who stayed. You have a different situation. If you continue digging, but you still don't see no gold, you would still get skills. You're a content creator. What skills would you get? Like storytelling, like talking, like persuading, like just showing up. I'm a YouTuber, but weirdly, I get more lessons about productivity than of YouTube itself, because I've put all my focus into this shit to talk, to give more precise and better lessons for you. I'm passionate about it, and still, if you don't find the goal, it's been 6 months you're recording these videos, just don't give up, please, bro. Like, we're in the same boat. I'm trying to help you. Like, it's the biggest productivity tactic that can ever exist. You can fucking forget about deep work, you can forget about eating the frog, you can forget about any time management tactics you even think about, but just fucking stay, show up. You will inevitably get it, bro. And I lied to you. Here's another lesson. The most important shit that I found is work smart, not hard. And I'm not about that basic concept. we have to go another fucking level. Hustle culture is dead. It's dead for 1 year or even more. Hustle culture is not working. Like 12-hour work shifts are dead. No one's following them. I appreciate Alex Ramos's advice about 12-hour workday, 7 days a week without weekends, without rest days. I love him as a content creator. Basically the most influential in this thing. But his take on working 12 hours a day, 7 days a week with no rest is idiotic. Like genuinely idiotic. Look at yourself, bro. You can't even work for 5 hours a day. Let me take my point. You cannot focus for more than 15 minutes on one thing. How would the advice of working 12 hours a day benefit you? Any point? It wouldn't, right? It's toxic as fuck. And what you need right now is not any toxic advice. You don't need no monk modes. You don't need no be a hard as fuck guy. You actually need to be balanced, to get used to the shit, to realize that this game is a long-term game, and if you be hustling, you're just burning out, then no one is winning. You're just gonna quit and no one's gonna notice your impact. No one's gonna see your product. We're coming to the concept of work 20% of the time and relax for the rest 80. I'm gonna tell it like that. You don't need to work for more than 2 hours a day. Yes, that's true. You don't need to work for more than 2 hours a day. I'm gonna repeat this shit because this generally makes you worse than good if you work more. You're a knowledge worker. I'm a knowledge worker. This shit depends on how good I speak, how good my mind is. If you would be a labor worker, dig that fucking hole for 10 hours a day. It's fine. You're not gonna get tired or anything. You're just stacking work on work. You're trading time over money. But here, weirdly, 2 hours of efficient, high quality work would matter 1,000 times more than 5 hours of shallow, not focused, not organized work, but it boosts your ego. Like, you try to work more, right? You try to work more. You try to sit more on your desk and think like, I'm productive shit. But what are you actually getting? You're not productive after the second hour. Because if you're scripting video, if you're making it, if you're recording it, like you fatigue, your recording stamina ends. You have to produce only high quality shit. You don't need to look at quantity. If you've started, and I'm talking to guys that already started, you don't need no more quantity. You need consistency with quality. And that will adds up to quantity. Work like a lion, like a hunter. There's a concept from Hamza's video, like it can picture it perfectly. Because imagine a hunter. How would his hunt look? He bring bacon to the hole. Imagine it's like deer. The meat there would feed the whole family for 2 or 3 days. They're balling those days, right? They're chilling, they're having fun, they're having sex. What would hunter do? He would rest for the next 2 days as he has the food, and as soon as the food ends, he would go on the next hunt. And what is he gonna do on the hunt? Like genuinely, it's 15 minutes of work, 15 minutes of physical altercation, but what is he doing the other 10 hours when he's on a hunt? He's looking at the area. There are hundreds of animals going around, whole families, like deers, like lambs. What is he doing for hours and hours? He doesn't look away for a single minute because he looks for the weakest prey, biggest but the weakest. He needs to calculate, is he alone? Are they gonna help him? Is he gonna be killed? If he goes on this particular animal, all the thought process is going on. And after he's done that for 5 hours, he just goes there. And 15 minutes, he's done hunting. This is not how we work now in 2025. This is not how 9 to 5 works. You just trade your time over money. You just stay there for as long as possible. And that's considered productive. But what's actually productive? Doing mind work, executing it in single hours. How would it be applicable for you? Just do the most important task in your niche when you're the most productive and relax for the rest of the day, preparing for the next work session. What will recharge you? What would make you better, more relaxed for the next day to have another deep session? You just have to work for 1 or 2 hours. Just go and eliminate that recording like I'm right now and have all of the day for you. Just make this session the most quality. Actually, you would be an idiot if you continue working. I'm gonna look in your eyes after 3rd hour and I'm ask you one simple question. What are you fucking doing? I'm editing, bro. No one's gonna do my job. Dumbass. Just do the simplest editing you can have. Like literally, don't even overthinking for a second. Just go and eliminate it. Just cut your video. Remove the moments when you failed and just go post it. Like add one animation, add some images to your video, but just go and make it out on a platform. You don't need it. You don't need it, bro. What you need is performing here the best way you can. And that's the philosophy I've understood and realized that basically all of the YouTubers has. Hamza, Denmo, Ali Abdal, Denko, Matt Gray, basically all big influencers that I'm talking about, they work less than 4 hours a day. Some even work like 4 hours a week. That's crazy for you, but listen, this is the only way. This is the only way, bro. Just a meaningful shit and rest for whole remaining time, preparing for another session. Just row for as long as possible. Those two are gonna help each other. You're gonna stay the most if you just do 2 hours of work a day. Like, it's generally laughable. Just get your ass up and work, bro. It's not that hard. I haven't got no money, but I'm ready. I think I'm gonna book my first sales call just like in days and weeks. You're gonna get it too if you follow my rule, if you don't fail like me, because I've spent 1 year realizing this shit, and you get it right now for free in 10 minutes or something like that. That's all for today. Watch this video if you're interested in productivity, and I'm gone. Bye.